Burning Lands is an upcoming multiplayer tactical first-person shooter set in the Vietnam War. It's been in development for a few years now, and what you're seeing is, I think, the first released gameplay. Now this gameplay is not feature complete, it's really early in development, so there will be bugs and there will be just missing things that will be present when the game actually launches. And the game will be having a Kickstarter. I believe the Kickstarter will kickstart later this year, but it does have a Steam page so you can wishlist the game. So I'm going to be going through this gameplay video they've released and analysing it and picking out certain things that I've noticed or things that I like or dislike. And I will just say that the full quality of the video isn't really showing through because they only recorded it in 30 FPS at 1080p at not a great bitrate, so the quality won't look as sharp as it would actually in game.
Good eyes.
So bringing it back to the start of the video, we can see that I think the draw distance is pretty decent, and the foliage, the trees, again, I think they're like pretty decent, pretty high quality. And I'm pretty sure the helicopter controls you can see on the screen, like the little display, I'm pretty sure that's a placeholder. If it's not, it's really functional, but it doesn't look as good as it could. And the helicopter seems to work pretty well. I'm not really a helicopter pilot in any of these games, but it seems to work pretty well. Let me get a decent look at some of the running animations here from Lieutenant Colonel Soundboard. You guys from Hell Let Loose, you may recognize him as he used to be a community manager for Hell Let Loose. And I guess we can take this as free look being in the game from day one, which is a good win. Now if we look in the bottom left corner, when the guy is speaking in what I'm guessing is proximity chat, he gets a little blue radio symbol to show that he is speaking. And when someone else is speaking, their name will appear in the bottom left. I'm only assuming it's proximity chat because it's a blue color, and games like Squad, Postscriptum and Hell Let Loose, they use blue for proximity chat and green for squad chat. As we come up to this village, the guy goes into some huts or around some huts, and the huts look decent enough. And I think we've seen these huts in pretty much every Vietnam game, so, you know, they're right, I guess. Now, as we move further into the centre of the village, you can see these two sort of curved red lines, really, in the centre of the village. I don't know what they're meant to be. I don't know if it's just like a developer thing to show like a capture area or something, or if it is something that's part of the map. It just looks a little bit weird to me. Now I have brought it back a little bit here and slowed down this part of the video just to show you what it looks like when you ADS and you're walking around in Burning Lands, at least what it looks like right now. The iron sight isn't bouncing around a lot. We know the game isn't going for like a full realistic game. It is like an in-between game like Hell Let Loose, or maybe leaning a bit more towards Squad. So it is going to be a game that you're going to be able to pick up and probably get into and get used to the weapon handling a bit quicker than, say, something like Squad, or at least what the Squad infantry overhaul is going for. Now I just wanted to show that in slow motion to show the lethality of weapons. That's a one-shot kill to the chest. I'm not sure what the distance is. That's probably under 100 meters or about 100 meters, which I like the look of.
Window 114.
I got one.
I like the weapon sound effects here for the M16. I'm not sure how accurate they are, but they sound good. And this guy is taking fire right now. You can't really see where the bullets are landing. I'm assuming they're landing pretty close, but there's no suppression effect. But remember, this is really early development and there is stuff missing. So this doesn't mean there will be no suppression. It's just may not be in the game yet. One thing to take note of here is in the bottom right corner, you have a stance indicator, and as the guy is shooting, you can see one of these parts of the circle is changing colour, and that is tracking your magazine capacity. So Burning Lands, safe to assume that you're not going to be using magical rounds that just magically fill up your magazine whenever you reload. It's going to use something more like Squad, where it actually tracks the ammo per magazine. I do hope that they use something that BattleBit has put into their game where you can combine your remaining magazines together. That's a feature I really like in BattleBit. Let's talk about the visuals as they're walking through the village. Again, the village looks really, really good. It looks like it fits into the environment they're actually like playing in as well, like the Vietnam environment.
Nice. Cap clear? Cap's clear. Well done.
Oh, we got all three. Nice. So...
Now we get a look at the M60, and I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I mean, the weapon seems pretty accurate when firing from ADS. So the M60 was a general purpose machine gun, and it says it like on Wikipedia, which may not be accurate, but it probably is, that it was a crew operated weapon, meaning that 2 or 3 people would have been using the M60. You know, one firing, one probably making sure the ammo is all good, not just walking around ADS like shooting it. So I hope they maybe increase the ADS recoil of it and make it more of a weapon you need to use when it's like bipoded up on some cover or lying down. I don't want to see people just walking around with M60s and RPKs or RPDs or whatever on the Vietnam side. I don't want to see that. I would like to see them more used as like a machine gun role instead of just maybe a bigger, beefier M16 or AK. But as I said earlier, there is a lot of stuff missing in this gameplay footage that we're seeing, so it could be that the M60 will be used as more of a general purpose machine gun that you have to really bipod to effectively use. So my initial impressions from watching this gameplay for Burning Lands is positive. I like the look of it. It does feel to me more like Hell Let Loose, but in Vietnam when it comes to the movement and the weapon handling. So it will be not a fully hardcore game. It really feels like it will be that blend of casual and hardcore.
Guys out.
With the release of this gameplay footage, it kind of feels like to me that the Kickstarter launch could be coming pretty soon, and maybe they'll put in like an alpha tier for the Kickstarter so you can play the alpha test before they actually start doing betas and stuff. And yeah, looking at the Kickstarter tiers, yes, there is a tier which will let you have pre-alpha access, alpha and beta access. So what you're seeing now could be pre-alpha. So yeah, I think it's a solid first look at Burning Lands. I will be covering the game more, so when more news and information about the game drops, I will be making a video about it on the channel. And when the Kickstarter launches, I'll be getting into pre-alpha, and if I can share that footage from that pre-alpha, then I will. So if you want more Burning Lands news and hopefully potential footage, then subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, please give it a like, comment down below what you think about the game, and thank you for watching.